Hi, I'm Lay with LayShidell.com, and I'm going to bring you a training today. We're going to take a look at the logistics for placing ads with Facebook and how you set that up using your fan page or business page. And there's a lot of different options as far as what type of ads that you can set up. So I'm going to show you some different things here. One of the things I wanted you to note is that I'm on my own fan page right now, and the white bar below the Facebook blue band bar has a spot on the right-hand side called Settings, and if I click on that, this used to be where you could make adjustments for your audience. Now, you want to make sure that this third item is set to be turned on, that your audience optimization for posts has been turned on. And if it's not, go ahead and click on Edit and turn that on. The only things now that we can really adjust for our audience here is the country and the age restrictions. You used to be able to set up all different types of things to do with your audience at this point, but we're unable to do that currently anymore. So the way that we do that is I'm going to take you back out to the main page here, is you click on this promote button. And when you click on that, it brings up this screen, and we have 7 different options on this. And what I've done is I've opened 7 different windows so that I can bounce between these, and we don't have to wait for each one to load, because when I was practicing, it takes a fair amount of time to load each one. And so the first one we have here is show your posts to more people. And so I'll be popping back to this page to show you when we move to the next one. So this is what happens if you click that one. And what it gives us here is a list of all of the posts that you've had in the past that you could choose from to promote. And so I'm just scrolling down on the right-hand side, and as you can see, I have these posts and I have see more. You can also see in this list who did interact at all with something that's here or shared it. And so we're not going to spend any time here, but you would just click on, let's say you wanted to boost this post. So you would just click on boost. I have to wait for this to catch up a minute. It looks like we're hanging up. It's trying to load something. Okay, I'm not sure why we're hanging here. Okay, here's the screen. So if you're getting ready to boost a post, then you select that. What you're going to do is you're going to make adjustments here for your audience. My audience right now is extremely huge because I do not have it fine-tuned. My audience on anything that I would put out here, the way my settings are right now, would send out to roughly 250 million people. Well, obviously, that's not my market. I cannot possibly have an audience that is that large because they're not all interested, for me personally, in video marketing, which is what I'm into and about for the most part in my business. And so I would need to fine tune this specifically, and I need to have identified who is my audience. So in this one, it's saying that it's great because it's showing here that I'm set up for New York. And so I'm taking a look here. I would want to edit this. So I'm clicking on the edit here next to, I'm waiting for it to give us a response. It seems to be real slow. So I'm not sure. Edit this audience, interest, locations, ages, and gender. So that's what I'm trying. Okay. So this now is where where I showed you before in the settings is where you used to be able to make all of these adjustments to your audience. Now you have to do it for each of the 7 different choices that I showed you on that screen. You set up your audience for each type of post that you're looking to boost. And this is a post that you've done in the past that you're looking to boost. So then you would make your selections here on whether it's for all people, men, women, the age group, where's the location. I wouldn't have just New York. I would have all over the United States. I actually operate my business out of 5 countries specific, but you can fine tune this to whatever you want specific, and you can add new locations here. So then you just type in the specific country or state, city, zip code addresses will help, zip codes will help bring in fine-tuned for what you might be after. And we have also, if you would want to exclude any specific people, you have an option to be able to do that at this point. And then you would save these changes. So I'm not really making any changes, but I wanted to show you how this works. And so then you can also, if you don't want to set it up as a target audience that you've selected through those screens, you could select to target only those people who have given your page a like. Or you can specify only those people who have given your page a like and they are your friends. So there's a lot of different ways that you can establish who your audience is on all of these. I want you to know. Then you have a budget that you can select. And it already has on this particular one set at $40. But you can select the different choices that you have, or you can also choose your own. So if you wanted to only put in a $20 budget, you can do that. Now, I will show you how a lot of the different options is that it's charging so much per day. And so when you reach your limit, it automatically shuts off. But I also want you to know and understand that anywhere along the process, let's say you set your budget for $40 and it's running at really $2 a day. And let's say something comes up for you at the end of the week and you've only run out $6 of your $40. Well, even though that's true, you can stop the campaign at that only $6 spent. Facebook will charge that out. And then the rest would be sitting there as like an open contract for you to finish using for what was like a promissory, but it's not really a due until you use it up. And you're not expected to use it if you don't choose to. So this also has a duration. How long are you going to run this? So you could do it for a day, you could do 7 days, you could do 14 days, or you could run to a specific date and you'll enter the date. And then it's going to ask for payment method. How are you going to pay for this? And then I have mine set up to pay automatically. That's my setup in there. And then let's see, I can get updates about this information also through Messenger now. And it says, send me the updates and tips for ads that are created and managed under this account. So that's checked. I'm going to leave that checked. And then I would go ahead and boost it at this point. I'm not really going to run any of these ads, so I'll be canceling them. But I'm just walking you through the process. I wanted you to see also that what we were boosting here is a live video, or it was a live video. It's now sitting in my library on that page. And that's what the particular option was I set up for this particular, that's what I chose for this particular demonstration as we were going through the list. So I'm going to wait for that one to close here, because it's not going to want to, because it's going to want us to really sign up to manage this boost. Okay, I'm not sure. It's just operating slow, I think, because I have several windows open and I'm running OBS and we're live. So it's giving me a little bit of technical difficulties. So I'm going to take you back to, this was the one we just looked at. So now I'm going to look at, let's set up an ongoing promotion. That's kind of what I was mentioning before. So I'm just going to close this one that's hung. If it'll let me, okay, it will. And now we're at that ongoing promotion. This is the screen you'll get when you click on that. So on this first box here, we have get people to visit your website. That's most often what I would likely do. You have a couple other choices. You can just raise awareness in your local community, or you can get more customer contacts. In other words, you can ask people to click on the button, and then they're giving you contact information. But I would leave mine set to my website because I have things at a website that I would like them to look at. So then you would just go ahead and click the Get Started. And then you'll see it's going to create up to 6 ads. And then my promotion has just one ad right now at the moment. And what it's looking at is it's actually picking up the description that I set up for my fan page and the cover that I have on, pardon me, So if you wanted to, you can edit this at this point. You can replace the image. You'll click here and navigate to the file that you want to insert on from your computer. Or you can edit the image that exists here. I'm happy with what I have. It allows you to put a headline, your title, what you want on that particular ad. I would leave it probably set as the same name that I have on my page. You can edit the text here at this point, which is the text that's showing here. You can edit the URL that's listed. I already have a URL associated to my page, and that's the one it's showing us. And then I can have a call to action button that is visible, and it would say any of these options that I have. I could either have no button, I could say apply now, and then I can add information on that button, or book now. Let's say you're going to book travel plans. Maybe you're just going to contact me on my webpage, and I'm going to give you information how to contact us. Or perhaps you're going to download a PDF file that somebody's offering, or you want to learn more. So you could shop now. You could send them on to your website that has shopping that they're able to do. It could have some type of sign up. All of these are options that you're able to do. You could watch more. You could have another video that they watch. So you could select any of these. I would probably, well, there's a lot of different options. I probably would have them as a contact us. Then you would click next. And this is who should see your ads. And so now this actually is the locations that this will be displayed from online within Facebook. And so right now mine just shows the United States. You might want worldwide. You might want specific continents. You might have a list of countries that you do business in only. And then that's where you would make these choices. And then you can select your average daily budget. And so the lowest they have is $2 a day set right now. They set it automatically at a recommended budget of $3 a day. You can create it at a higher amount, which they recommend, or not recommend, they guarantee that you will get a minimum of a certain amount of more clicks. Or you can choose to set up your own style. And again, they're always going to have a payment method, and you can change that right here. Let's say you have it set up as a certain payment method, but maybe for this particular campaign, you want to put it on a different card. You're able to do that at this point. And so then you would just go ahead and start the promotion. Of course, again, we're not going to do that, so I'm just going to close that out. I'm going to take you back to the list here, and then we would be on the next one. Maybe your campaign would be just to get more messages. And so that's what I have on this particular page. So when you click that, you get a promote your page. Again, we can select our audience and we can edit just like we did earlier. So I'm not going to go through this step. Now you can see, again, my audience is really broad. This is the one I was telling you. I believe I have like 250,000 or 250,000, 250 million in my audience list the way that I have everything set up now. And obviously, in order to do a really good job of marketing, I want to fine tune that audience. probably in the neighborhood somewhere between 250,000 to 750,000 is the number that I've heard. Now, I personally have only run a couple of paid Facebook ads, and I found they were campaigns, like campaigns are what they're called. And I was just getting people to come and see my site, get visibility, get people to like my page so that hopefully they're seeing information on a regular basis. And that wasn't this page. It was a page I've had earlier that I'm not currently using at this moment. One thing that's important to know and understand on any ads that you're running, and this is information I've picked up from webinars that I've attended where they teach you all about Facebook ads. It's really important to understand that when you're trying to sell what you have, facts tell about the products. And that's great. But it's the stories that are going to sell what you have. And so if you have a great testimonial, if you have a testimonial from a close friend or somebody that you're working with, that's ideal for using in a promotional ad. And then you're going to want to create excitement. You're going to want to create suspense, a little bit of mystery. And so what you might do here in this portion up here where it has the text above what you're actually displaying in the ad, you want to have something that's pretty sensational, and it kind of ends in a way, ... that automatically makes you want to continue to see more. And then what it would show you here is see more in the actual ad that they could click so that they could see more information. And the rest of your story would be behind that. You don't want to go too long. People don't want to spend a lot of time reading. If you're selecting a video, it's much better to put a very short amount of text and then use the video to do the work for you. And so, again, you're going to have duration of time. You have your budget. You can run it to a specific date. And you have your payment options, how you can set it up. And again, they're giving us this option for messenger updates. Then as you have it all set up the way you want, you would just go ahead and click promote. Now I'm going to cancel this one. And we're going to take a look back at the screen here. Oh, that was promote your page. Let's see, was that the right one? That was promote your page. I was supposed to have get more messages there. Okay, and encourage people to contact you is down there. I think I missed one. Okay, I'm going to click on this one then to open another window. Okay, well, I did miss one. I apologize. And so this was to encourage more people to message you. And so it's the same type of thing, though. You're going to have a headline. You're going to have a text. It's not going to be a cost to this part here. Let me see, wait. Okay, we're just starting different because it's your ad creativity. This is what's more important on this. This is trying to attract people to come and see what you're about. And so you want something that's pretty flashy, pretty creates excitement. Again, this is showing me that my selection is really broad, and it is at 250 million people. That's a broad audience, and the webinars do suggest between 250,000 to 750,000 as your absolute maximum. And again, you can choose that your audience is only the people who like your page, or it's people who like your page and are your friends. You can also set it up specifically how you want by clicking create a new audience. Again, here's your budget. You can establish a budget. What we had set up on this is $2 a day. It's set to run was set automatically to run for 6 days, which is $12. Now you can click on the down arrow here and you can adjust exactly what you would like to spend based on an option, or you can select choose your own and enter an actual amount there. Here we have the duration again and the calendar where we could end it, and they're showing us if we spend a total of $120, because I have this set at a $12 daily budget right now, the way I have it set. And so they always tell you how much is actually scheduled and planned as your budget based on what you've selected. So be sure to take a careful look at this to make sure you know what you've set yourself up for. This is a financial commitment that if you don't turn it off, Facebook is going to charge you for this. So be very careful when you're setting these up is my only point on that. And then we're going to go ahead and cancel this one. This is just to get more people to message you on this particular one also. Okay, and then we did the promote your page. And this is the encourage people to contact you. So that was, I'm going to click over here one more time because I closed my window. So this is number 5, and this is this get more people to contact you. And this is the window that opens up when you click that. Again, we have an ad creative. And so this is, if you don't want it the way it already is showing up, this is where we get to choose how it is presented. Right now it presents the headline here as my name, and it shows the text that's here. This is, you can upload a different image, select an image, edit an image. So you have all of these choices. I believe you have the opportunity to crop your image somewhat. And then it has how it works. Your contact us button is what's going to appear on the ad for your page. So that's going to look just like this here with this contact us button in the bottom right hand. And when they click on that, they're going to be able to contact you. And so again, you can select your audience by doing an edit here. You can select only those people who have liked your page, those people who have liked your page and are your friends, or you can create an entirely new audience. You can select your daily budget. You have the duration again and dates up through a certain date if that's how you want to set it up. Be sure to take a look here again. It's telling us how much we have scheduled as our expense for this particular ad should it run for its entire time. Okay, I'm not going to do this one either. I'm canceling it here. And you just cancel the promotion. And then I'll take you back. We're going to look this time getting more website visitors. And so that's what our next page, if you click that item, this is the page that opens. Again, we have Add Creative, which you can edit. And that's, again, the name, what it says, and what's displayed here. You can change this. It does not have to be your fan page or business page cover that shows here. You can choose to set it to an image that you select. Again, you have your audience, and my audience is still what it's been all along since I haven't fine-tuned it or anything. And you're able to change it by clicking this button here. Now this one gives us an option to get more website visitors, and this is going to run the promotion on Instagram also. So if you leave that checked, it's going to run on Instagram also. And as I was experimenting with this earlier and turned it on and off, toggled it on and off, it did not seem to affect at all the amount of the budget. So it does not appear that you are going to spend more in order to have it promoted on Instagram at the same time as it's doing Facebook in this specific setup. And so this one has a daily budget. It's showing of $50. And then these are all automatically set to 10 days, but you can adjust the duration. We could put it at $50 a day for 10 days would be $500. I can show you by changing the duration here. I changed it to 7. So at $50 a day for 7 days, you would have $350 due. I can change up here the daily budget. Let's say I only have a budget of $10. Then I can change it here. Oops, zeros. And I believe it was, so it has. So I have it set at 10 USD. And I have the 7 days, and you'll notice here now where it's boldface, this is the total that would be spent. and it would run for 7 days, and it's showing you the date that it would end. Our payment's still the same. We could change it here at this point if we wanted to. And this is how this one would be displayed. It would have a like page button up here, and there would also be a learn more button. So I'm going to cancel that particular option now for this promotion, and we're going to move to the last one in the list, which is for how to get more customer contacts. So when you click on that one, it would take us to this page. And so you can create a form. So you can select the information that you want people to provide, and you can use the information people provide to contact them about your business. And so you would give your form a title here, and then your description. So maybe it's it's a lead capture, but you could call it whatever you're wanting. Mine might say video marketing leads. And the description might be, because this is what your potential customer is going to see. So this might have information specific to what they're going to find when they're looking on information about video marketing from my website or my business in general. And so then you have customer information you can adjust here. What would you like to ask for? You could select the email, the phone number, a full name, a street address if you needed that. Most of us online are basically just wanting an email. Some of us, however, make phone calls as part of our business, and so you might want to capture their phone number as well. And then you can create custom questions. So you just click on this and add what questions you would like to add here. So I'm not sure, maybe you want to know, do they have a specific health concern if you're in the health and wellness industry? This is where you would have an option to do that. And then this gives you a preview of the information that you have when you set this up over here on the left-hand side. This is basically what it's going to look like. And then I can edit and add an image over here. And did I have an image option? I didn't have an image option on the left-hand side. So if I want an image to be displayed, and images are what capture people, so I would want one, I would go ahead and click on this, and I'm sure it's going to give you the normal navigation through your computer. You're going to select the file that you want. And then let's see what happens if we do a next. Okay, no, it's going to want us to actually move on to the next. And so I don't want to actually create let's try this though. I haven't ever tried this one, so this is new with me. Okay, so I might tell you have video, oops. Tools and information that you could find from my site. Okay, so we'll give them the information so that we can go to the next. Now click the next. So obviously you can't move on if you don't fill out this title and description over here. And it's still giving us a thing. Okay, I'm not sure. Perhaps I don't have the right things agreed to here or something. It's not liking something that I have here, which is why we have this little red. The session was invalidated previously using an API call. Okay, so I had already called this and it tried to set it up, and then because I had the error, it didn't allow it. So what I would have had to do here is close this window, cancel the promotion, and I would have had to go back here to promote and start this over again by coming back here. So that's basically what that was, because it was actually trying to create the form and it couldn't do it because this information was wrong, and that's what it was about the API code. So then you would just, let's see if that is indeed correct. And we have tool, oops, and information, and then we go next. Okay, so that is what was the problem. And so then we move on to the next. And this is, like all the rest, where you would be able to do your ad creative. Again, your headline, what text is visible, what image they're going to see here, what type of call to action. Same list that we had before. So, whoops, I bounced too fast. So there's all the different choices that you have here that you can utilize in your call to action. And you can fine tune that audience again by clicking on the edit. Again, you no more than 750,000 when you're looking at an audience, because otherwise you're just aiming at too many people and you're not going to get the type of people looking at what you want to sell. And then you're going to wonder why you aren't getting any sales for the amount of money that you're spending. Well, this is how all of this fits together. So it's really important that you pay the time and attention to establishing who that audience is for what you're doing in this specific area. And so this particular one, they have automatically set, okay, I have my limit set really low right now. And so they're giving me all kinds of warnings because they're wanting me to increase my budget to $300 a day. I don't think so. Maybe if I had a really exceptional return on investment, let's say I was spending $300 a day, but it was bringing me in $3,000 a day, then I might approach these kinds of numbers. But obviously, most of us in the beginning are going to be looking at maybe $2 or $3 a day. And then the minimum budget is $1 a day. So, okay, so the minimum needs to be $10 because this is the total budget we're looking at, and I wasn't looking at those numbers. So then it gives you information along the way that if it's in red, it's warning you that something you have isn't matching up. The numbers aren't coming to the right combination. So if the minimum was $1 a day, it runs for 10 days, then my total budget minimum could be $10, and that's what it was telling us there. The estimated people which will be reached based on what I set at, and this audience of 250 million people is roughly 8,000 to 21,000 people during this 10-day period. That's what they're basically telling you that they will get to you based on this promotion. And so then at that point, you would go ahead and promote. Note on here again, we have a like your page that they will see, and then they have a sign up button. And that's so they'll sign up with you, they'll fill out that form for you, and then they will be an actual lead for you in the future. So that wraps up the information on this training, and that covers all of those items in that original list here. I hope that you have found some value in all of this information, and I look forward to bringing you more training in the future. I appreciate your spending your time with me. I know you could be anywhere you wanted to be, and I appreciate your spending your time with me. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.